Hi guys. So as you can see, we have a box. Actually, I really like the colors of this box. The black with the red, that's actually super pretty. And kind of fits with all the other, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's all this like summerween stuff going on, which I don't really get. It's not a bad thing. I just don't get it. So, anyway, kind of fits in with all of that. But I was going to make this video earlier today, but there's this thing called, oh yeah, I have a job. And even though I was working from home today, I didn't really have a spot in my day where I could just be like, hey, I'm taking my half-hour lunch and do this instead. So it is what it is. But now the day is done. I ran my errands and all the good stuff. So now I have time to actually open this. So let's crack into it, shall we? And as you can see, I still have not found my camera stick. I have found a lot of things in the house that I was like, yay! Still have not found the camera stick, though. No. Alright, so we have our papers. Per usual. Let's see if I can't get this open. And actually, this comes at a good time when I could use a cheer me up. I was just telling my family online, because they were all asking me how the new house is. I said, it's great. I've already had a couple of expensive fixes, though. And they're like, what do you mean? And I said, well, unfortunately, the AC died this weekend. And that had gotten a good, a passing score, I guess you could call it, at the inspection. It just happened to be, it's been so rainy and so hot that the capacitor just fried. So it happened, and at least it was only a $300 fix. So, and then the water filter in my new fridge, I was trying to replace it because I'm pretty sure it hasn't been replaced in a year and a half. It was gross. It turns out the housing unit for that is broken. I didn't do it, but that also wouldn't have been on the house inspection. So, unfortunately, that was also a $250, $300 fix. So, oh well, it is what it is. It will not always be this way. So, okay, so summer thriller box. Riley Sager with a vengeance. And you guys who have been watching my videos for a while, you know I don't normally read thrillers because I'm a wimp and sometimes that stuff is too scary to read after dark. But I thought this one sounded like a good one. Okay, so we have our author pages, and it looks like, wow, we have 5 gifts. Dude, that's awesome. Woo! And another recipe. Philadelphia Phoenix world famous red velvet cake. It looks delicious. I'll do this for you guys so that way you can just pause the video and do the recipe when you feel like it. It looks delicious, but I have not touched red velvet cake since 2016. I like red velvet cake. Well, okay, I did. But when I was on military tour in overseas, it was a really, really, really hot day out, and red velvet cake was the dessert for that particular holiday. But then I had to walk across the base to get back to my room, and it was so hot out, and with the cream cheese frosting and everything, I had to abort my direct route back to my room and find the nearest bathroom so I could hurl my guts out. So I have not touched red velvet cake since, unfortunately. So it does look yummy, though. I'll still add it to the, I now have a binder somewhere in this room with all of these in them. If they had a recipe from either Once Upon a Book Club or Unplugged Book Box, if it had a recipe with the pages, it's now in there. So we have our sticker, which I will mark up at some point. We have our author signature. We have the bookmark, life, just like a train she's on, can only surge forward. The tone of my voice did not match that sentence at all. That's okay. You guys all know what I meant. And then we have our matching artwork. And then I will do this, and you guys can just pause to read. Sorry. You can't see it, but what I just saw was a message from my mom. Yeah. So there you go. Okay. So let's look at this stuff. I do like the way it's all packaged. It's really cute. And I don't remember what the numbers were in the booklet. Well, we got 73, 114, 147, 157, and 331. What's this one? 331. Oh, it's cute. I like how it's like a little suitcase. I can't really tell if it has a smell. Ooh, but I almost slid it open. I didn't want to do that. I don't know. It's probably like a luggage tag of some sort. I mean, it looks like a little piece of luggage. So we're going to set that right over there. And then we got 157. Oh, the trains. I like all the trains. Oh. I hear a chain in there. Be about the right size for a very small pocket watch. Or a keychain. It's pretty lightweight too. Not as light as the last one, but light. And we have our book, and I will read the inside of that here in a second. And then we have 147 with the blood spatter. This is long and cylindrical. So I'm kind of wondering if it's not like some... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, this has got to be a pen. It feels exactly like a pen. I put my hand on the clip right there. I think that's a really nice pen, which will make me happy if it is, because I am a stationery nerd. I absolutely love great stationery paper. You know, if it's super cute. You guys have watched me over the years gush over, you know, Pokemon stationery gifts and that kind of stuff. But out of all the stationery stuff, I really love a good pen. Like a nice weighted, balanced but balanced pen. So like last summer when I went to Vegas for a work trip, I went through the, not Balenciaga, that's not even a thing, the Venetian. And they have that big mall there, and I went to the Mont Blanc store just to look. And I ended up becoming like momentary friends with one of the sales guys, and we bonded over our love of a really good writing pencil or writing utensil, you know, for the weight and the smoothness and everything. And he let me try out a couple of pens, and I was so happy for the rest of the night. I also have, you know, that's also one of those things of, if I were going to get a retirement gift or something, you know, because you used to see in like the older movies and stuff, oh, somebody's been here for 30 years, so they got a really nice watch or something. I would want a really nice pen. And Mont Blanc pens are not cheap, as we all know. So, okay. All right, we're safe. And then 114. I mean, I hear foam inside. I have a feeling this is probably like a jar or something, because, or not a jar, but like a vase, maybe a mug or goblet, because I can hear it rolling around. And you can hear it hitting the foam or whatever. And it's decently weighted, so I don't know. I really honestly don't. And thankfully, I have tons of boxes and stuff here. Wow, that's huge. From moving. Okay, so we have a stiff end there, and then the rest of it feels cushy. I think this is a backpack. It feels like a backpack. I think I just found like a handle. Yeah. Okay, that's a handle. That's another handle. Maybe it's like some sort of, like a basket? Or like a carry-on bag? I mean, that would make sense. Now I kind of want to, like, forget trying to finish off my other 2 books that I have not picked up since I moved over here, because I have been so tired and there's so much to do. Like, just a small example, forgive the mess, but like, that's all some of the stuff I have to unpack in my home office. Okay. And that's not even a tenth of the boxes that are in the rest of the house. Like downstairs in my TV's library room, where I hope to be able to do filming for these things sooner than later. It looks like a warehouse slash hoarder's pit, because there's so many things in there. So yeah, I have not picked up a book, but that thing kind of makes me want to like, forget the other 2 books I've been reading. Let's pick up this one real quick. Pardon me. I am so sorry you had to hear that. I had McDonald's for dinner. Okay, so here we go. Here's our story. One train, no stops. A deadly game of survival and revenge. In 1942. Ooh, I like that. 6 people destroyed Anna Matheson's family. 12 years later, she's ready for retribution. Under false pretenses, Anna has lured those responsible for her family's downfall into a luxury train. From Philly to Chicago, an overnight journey at 13 hours. Her goal? Confront the people who've wronged her, get them to confess their crimes, and deliver them into the hands of the authorities. Waiting at the end of the line, justice will be served. But Anna's plan is quickly derailed by the murder of one of the passengers. As the train barrels through the night, it becomes clear someone else on board is enacting their own form of revenge, and they won't stop until everyone else is dead. Time running out before the train reaches its destination, Anna is forced to hunt the killer in the midst while protecting the people she hates the most. In order to save her enemies, destroy her enemies, she must first save them, even if it means putting her own life at risk. See, now, I mean, this sounds scary, but this is more murder mystery, definitively, than like horror. So, okay, so just regular book. And it looks like, so I mean, it's just a regular, what am I trying to think of? A hardcover market. And I'm starting back here because I just want to see how many. 382 pages is how many it is. I really, really, really want to read that. But I should probably finish my other 2 books first. Ooh, and I just thought of something. There was a new book that came out today, actually. If you read The Spell Shop by Sarah Durst, it was the Sweet Halloween book from last year's Once Upon a Book Club. I ended up reading that whole book just in one sitting. I didn't mean to. It just happened. She has a new book out today called The Enchanted Greenhouse. And it's kind of like a prequel of things to the Spell Shop. Same universe and everything, but it deals with a character from before the other story. So I don't know if it's a prequel or if it's a follow-on or what. But, yeah, that came out today. So, I haven't bought it, mainly because I was hoping, well, before the Halloween box was already decided, I was hoping it was going to be the Sweet Halloween box, which that's the one I bought this year because I read the one for the nightmare category, How to Survive a Horror Story. I didn't read the book. I read the description. And that sounded like a good book, but also a little too creepy to read when you are in a house by yourself after dark. So, but I did mark it on like Amazon for potentially buy it later. Anyway, so her new book came out today, and there was another book I was looking for later on this month, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was a Last Avatar book or something. I don't know. Anyway, that is our thriller box for this one. So what do we got coming up? Well, I just got the notice that the July boxes are preparing to ship. So we've got the Once Upon a Book Club July box. We've got the August box, which is going to be something spooky. I'm okay with that. It's not quite as spooky as the Nightmare one, but spooky enough. September, we've got the adult fiction box and the Romantasy Volume 3. So I'm really looking forward to that. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, I will have some bookshelves by then. That would be really nice. October, we've got the Sweet Halloween box and the regular adult fiction box. And that's it. I mean, like, I realize that's all book boxes. But you know what? Kate's new budget doesn't really allow for a whole lot of extra boxes or more boxes. So, that being said, I'm really sleepy. My belly's also really full. And I need a shower. Because I have been, pardon me, you guys have probably heard me yawn at least 4 times in the last 16 minutes. Yeah. I have a very, very long day of meetings ahead of me tomorrow. Yay me. So, I'm going to end it here for tonight. And yeah, if something else happens, I'll let you guys know. But for right now, we've gone through 3 book boxes, which I have not had time to read any of them. There's 4 books between the 3 book boxes. And that's just since I moved here. But there's plenty of boxes to unpack because I have people coming to visit me in a month. And I need to make sure this house is close to ready. So, yeah, thanks for listening to my babbling. And I'll just talk to you guys next time. Bye.